Tjenare, tummen upp. Välkomna ni som sitter på andra sidan kameran. Jag hoppas att det är någon där. För det här är ett nytt test, en ny flight kan vi kalla det för. För vi har upptäckt att det finns en och annan FatCow där ute som faktiskt tycker om att lyssna på det vi har att säga. Och vi vill inte bara sälja, vi vill sprida kunskap, vi vill sprida glädje. Så då tänkte vi så här. Vi har startat, och det här är första sändningen, någonting som vi kommer att kalla för Butcher's Talk. Och tolka oss nu inte fel, för vi kommer inte bara prata om kött och styckdetaljer, utan allting som rör det vi älskar mest av allt, och det är ju bra kött. Och idag är första gången vi kommer att köra en livesändning. Det här är alltid live. Den kommer att läggas ut på nätet som vi gör med vår live-shopping. Men idag är första gången, så vi ber om ursäkt för om det blir någon konstighet och lite annat. Det finns, och jag kommer att påminna er om det här. Vi har folk som sitter bak i chatt, så vill ni ställa frågor och lite dylikt sådant under tiden, så är ni välkomna att göra det. Så kanske får jag frågorna till mig och sen svara på dem efter bästa förmåga. Och idag så ser ni att där står en snygg fransman bredvid mig. Så att nu kommer jag snart att ändra till min fantastiskt dåliga engelska. Men vi måste köra det därför att vi har vår första gäst här idag. Som är en person som är känd för många runt om i hela världen faktiskt. Och en av dem som var de första att börja samarbeta med oss i TheFatCow. Så, nu kommer jag gå över till engelska, för nu vill jag presentera våran första gäst i Butcher's Talk, som är Karim khouani, som är våran stjärnkock, Guide Michelin stjärnkock. So, now I'm switching to English, okay?
Let's do it.
I just told and tried to explain what Butcher Talk is, and you are our first guest, and we're really happy to have you here. And this is the thing, because we would like you to talk. They are really fed up with me, but we are so happy to have you here, and we would just like to hear about your marvelous journey. From you were born until you came to Sweden.
Okay, let's do it.
And you know, we have met many times, and I do know that you are a famous chef, and we will of course end up with the Guide Michelin stars, but tell us, you look French.
I'm from south of France.
Yeah?
Marseille. My mother is from Italy.
Yeah?
And my dad from Morocco.
So Italy is really good.
Yeah, 100%. You know, I'm from this generation of immigrants in in France, Marseille. 45 years old next 3 days.
Oh.
You know.
You're very young.
Yeah. Younger than you. Yeah, and I moved to Sweden in 2010. But before that, I grew in Marseille. I've been a football player.
Yeah.
I wasn't good, I guess.
No, but you were really good. Don't be humble, because I know you were really good, but you didn't make it until the professionals, but you were good.
And then I become, you know, in my family is a lot of cooking.
Yeah.
For my grandparents, for my mother. So at home we always get involved with food.
Yeah.
And you know, in France, when you have this, you know, you walk in the street, you have this bakery and konditor.
Yeah.
So this was my first thought. Okay, if I don't do football, I will be a konditor. And I become a konditor when I was 14 and a half.
Okay.
I start, you know, to work as an apprentice, and I did 2 years as a konditor. Then I moved to star restaurant, traveling in France. I was
so you actually, 17. So you were 17 when you actually start to work in a Guide Michelin restaurant as a pastry.
16 and a half.
16 and a half. Yeah. And you work with pastries.
Exactly.
Kakor, så ni förstår det.
So it was like a 5-star hotel with a Michelin star. You know, in a 5-star hotel is a big organization. In the pastry, we were 7 people.
Okay.
And our goal is to deliver the best sweet for the hotel guests.
Okay.
And then I had, you know, I was on the bottom. So you need to learn everything. And when you learn, in a long time ago, it was cleaning first.
Yeah.
How to clean, how to peel. You know, you don't go and cook cakes. Before to do that, you need to be good at cleaning.
Yeah. And not just 1 week. You needed to do that for many
years.
months.
Exactly.
Yeah, for years.
Yeah, 6 months, 7 months. Maybe 1 year, it depends how you get adapt. And that is how I started, and I love it. It was my passion.
Yeah.
And from the morning to night, we think food, you know, we eat food, we sleep, we cook. It's only about food. And traveling also.
But when you said traveling, so you went to other restaurants or what?
Yeah, we try other restaurants, and then when I become 18, my first thing, I say, okay, I want to move. Okay. And I went to London.
Okay.
And I used to work for Marco Pierre White, Gordon Ramsay, 2, 3 Michelin star restaurants.
But still as a pastry
Always as
chef.
a pastry, yeah.
Yeah.
And I did that for pastry. Actually, I moved into chef when I come to Sweden.
Okay.
In 2010.
Yeah, but you don't skip the Gordon Ramsay,
Yes,
because
no.
is he really that crazy that like
Yeah,
he
he's
looks
very
in
tough,
the
you know,
in TV?
It's very hard work, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the people know if you work in a star restaurant, now it's easier. You have all these faket union and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You should work 8 hours, and you have before it wasn't like that. We start 7 o'clock in the morning, finish 1 o'clock in the night.
Yeah.
No break, no food. You have
And
to
no
work
pay.
out.
You just worked for free, or
No, we get paid, but nothing.
you did?
But that was not my fault. It was not to get paid well.
No.
On that level, just to get the knowledge.
Okay.
And then if I get all the knowledge, I can bring to another restaurant when I become older and be a chef and whatever.
Okay.
So I used to work 17 hours a day, 1 day off a week, you know, only thinking about food and, you know, just train and get the maximum you can. That was my thing. I love it.
And still, and we are talking about pastries still.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
But you know, we have maybe some people looking at this broadcast, and if they have some questions, maybe about pastry, maybe about recipes, don't be scared to ask the questions, because if we cannot answer now, we will write it on our website, so, or in the Facebook. Yes. Yeah. And we, of course, do it again, because I introduced you, but tell me again your name and what your occupation is now.
Okay, my name is Karim. I live in Skåne, south of Sweden. And I used to have a Michelin star. I was the first Michelin star in Malmö. We was 3 restaurants in 2015 to get a star. And I used to have a star at Vindokra for 2015-16. Then we moved to Sture and we get another star in 2017 and 18. Now I run 3 restaurants. One called Okidoki Sushi is just behind the concept. One Danona in Skåne is Italian. Is my mother generation cooking food like trattoria. And I have a restaurant in Skåne Marriott. But I'm looking for a spot that is very confidential to bring one of the best restaurants in south of Sweden.
So it's really confidential, so you don't need to say it to anybody else, because this is really shish, okay?
And yeah, I'm into cooking. I love food, and I travel also. I'm consulting in Maldives and in Istanbul for a different hotel group. And that is what I do right now.
Yeah. And that's, so you have been working many years as a pastry chef.
Yes.
And then you actually turned into food.
Exactly.
When you came to Sweden.
Yeah, but I mean, when you work in a star restaurant in London or whatever,
yeah,
you do everything.
Yeah.
Even if you're a pastry chef, you need to help your friend.
Yeah.
From garde manger, cold section, or fish section, or meat section. So you need to be able to do everything. Okay. Because a small restaurant, sometimes even if you are 20, staff is a small restaurant.
Yeah.
Like we do 25 guests, let's say, in dinner. So yeah, and you need to learn everything. But when I come in Sweden in 2010, I bought a place called Vindokra. It was a small coffee shop. And then we make it as a Michelin star restaurant from the ground. That was the deal.
And I think that some of the people in the audience that listen to us now maybe had visited, because I visited you, and I really remember the first time, because you actually gave me some macarons that you just brought out from the oven.
That's possible, yes.
And you had this marvelous brunch with a little bit special products on it, because you had oysters and and that was really good. But you know, I'm a little bit curious, because you needed to start from the really, really bottom line when you were a pastry chef.
Yes.
And when you turned into food, did you need to do the same again,
no,
even if you were a famous chef?
Yeah, because you know, when you work with people, it doesn't mean a chef. I can work with you today. I'm gonna learn.
No, I don't say that, because you don't know how bad I am in the kitchen.
No, we cook together before, on the grill night.
Yeah.
No, but you know, you always take things from the people, and in my conscience, try to take only the best from people.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you do something that is good, I'm gonna take it from you.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna put in my way, and that is how you grow. You know, and traveling makes you grow also.
Yeah, of course.
You know, if you stand in the kitchen and do the same thing for 20 years, you don't become a best chef.
No, you get influenced if you go to the, I mean, Istanbul is a really, we could talk about
town,
Istanbul for many, many hours, but so you came to Sweden and you decided to, okay, I want to buy my own place. Exactly. And now we are in 2010.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So I bought Vindokra. It's just in Tigelho between Malmö and Skåne. Yeah. It was a coffee shop with boutiques, luxury boutique. And then when I come, I bought by picture. I was living in China at that time. Okay. So I bought it and I come, oh, this is the place. Okay, so let's do it. And it was a coffee shop. It became a French restaurant, you know, classic French, Boeuf Bourguignon, You know, we had the Sunday brunch, as you said.
Yeah.
And then in 2014, I said to myself, okay, let's do something different.
Yeah.
And then I said, okay, I'm going to chase the star. And that I got the star in 2015.
So when do you decide? What sick thought was it that said, okay, I would like to have a Michelin star in Malmö?
I always thought...
Are you really...
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
No, but you know, when you work before in a star restaurant, it's about
Yeah.
quality, product consistency, delivery, a guest experience, sharing food and passion, you know, and that's, you always stay in you.
Yeah.
I don't believe a chef that work in a high level said that the dream is not to get a star. This is a lie. Because this is, when you work in a higher level, you need a star. I mean, people say no, it's a lie.
That's like a stamp that you made it.
It's like when you make a movie, of course you want to be in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Or you want to win an Oscar.
Yeah.
It's like that. Like when you sell the meat, you have the best meat. You only want to sell the best meat.
I don't know if we maybe there's a prize for us also. Maybe we should look into that. The price of the meat, meat Oscar.
You know, in France, I was explaining to my son yesterday, Nelson, I have a son, 10 years old, he loves cooking all day and blah, blah, blah. He said, Papa, yesterday actually, he said to me, is only a restaurant can get a Michelin star? I said, for restaurant, yes. But actually in France, as a person, you can get an award like Chef of the Year if you are butcher, pastry chef, baker, cheesemaker, carpenter. So every year or every 2 years, you have the carpenter of the year. Yeah. And you have this...
you get...
exactly. That we have like Oretskop.
Yeah, exactly.
Sweden,
yeah.
But we have Chef of the Year for many different things in France.
Okay.
Yes.
That's really nice. But I think it's a good journey from pastry to food, and in your mind, it's not that very different. Because you think
it's more easy. Don't get me wrong. Pastry, when you make a recipe, is by grams.
Yeah.
Cooking, you can always catch it up. You know, it's like you don't need 10 grams of butter to put on the beef.
You're actually saying it's more difficult to make a cake or a pastry than making a good sauce and
a good sauce. Of course, you need the basic.
Yeah.
But to make a sauce. But pastry, if you make macaron, if you put too much egg white or too cold, or the sugar is not cooked enough to make the meringues, you cannot make it. Meat, you can always catch it up.
Okay.
More or less.
Men nu är det så. I'm speaking Swedish also.
It's okay.
Well, I will go on in English. If you buy good quality, it's easier. That's we can say.
Of course. I mean, the product is all about.
Yeah.
For me, it's very difficult actually to cook with a shit product or frozen product. Like if you buy, I don't know, in supermarket, meatballs that they already cook, or I can cook that. I don't know how to do it.
Okay.
But I can make meatballs at home.
Yeah.
And of course the produce is the base of everything.
Yeah.
You make 90% of the dish, 10% of passion.
But it's really interesting because in my world, I think it's really hard to actually make some good pastries.
Yeah, it's hard, for sure.
I think it's hard because I really more enjoy cooking the dinner. My wife, she's doing the sweet things, But you are saying it's and you turn because you made the journey from pastry chef to a chef. Is there any? Do you know any star people with some Michelin stars that made the other way around from cooking to pastry?
No, actually, we are more. Don't get me wrong. I don't talk about myself. In general, we are more into details. When you are a pastry chef and become a chef, he's a 3-star chef in London called the restaurant Le Gavroche. French people. They used to be a pastry chef.
Okay.
All the family.
Okay.
The 2 brothers. And they opened a restaurant. There was the first 3-star in London called Le Gavroche. Yeah. And then they have another 3-star restaurant. Now Le Gavroche has only 2-star, but you are more minutious.
Yeah.
Because you care much about the details, about the presentation, about the temperature, everything. When you are a chef, yes, you do, but it's less details. No many chefs, actually, I work in the top hotels, they cannot bakery. But we can do the kitchen. But it's also what you want to do. Me, I love cooking, so it's not one day I don't.
No. But of course, you enjoy the whole atmosphere in the kitchen, of course, everything.
And it's a plus for myself.
Yeah.
Like my background is pastry, and and also pastry is not a baker. To make a bread is another job. It's very hard to make good bread. Yeah. It's become very difficult.
Who's the best baker that you know in Sweden? There's a French guy that's famous from the television. Is that the guy, or?
I think if you take around here,
Yeah.
I like Saint Jacob Bakery.
Yeah.
They have one in Lund.
Yeah.
One
They
in,
are
in
actually.
Från
They
again.
actually have one in Spain also, in Mallorca.
Oh, I
I
didn't
think.
know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I love them bread.
Yeah.
And what they do. But after, you have different. You have also in Schopenham, Hart
Yeah, yeah,
Bakery.
yeah.
But actually, I have to say the truth. You eat better bread in Sweden than in France.
Okay.
That's the thing.
Because we have sourdough and we have the
you have sourdough, you have
and the levain, as
Exactly.
you say. Yeah.
But we do that, but we made some shortcut.
So that also means that, if I can ask you now, you should maybe give us the best recipe for a burger bun, so we can combine the best burger bun with our famous Wagyu burgers,
sure,
because that's like a marriage. You don't eat the burger without the bun.
For sure. And you have, now it become also very fashionable. You have potato buns,
Yeah.
you have the brioche,
Yeah.
you have the some people do baguette dough,
Yeah.
sourdough.
Yeah.
For me personally, I like the potato bread.
Yeah.
It's more light. The brioche is a bit too sweet for me.
Yeah. I enjoy it, but I do
But
know
when
what you
come
say.
with Wagyu,
Yeah.
with the fat and the sweet, and
Exactly.
But some people like it. But if you take burger 8-10 years ago, if you go, let's say, ICA buy bread, you have one bread.
Yeah. Now you
Now
have
yeah.
many of them.
Exactly.
And I think that you should ask for the recipe for the best burger bun in the world.
No, I think he
And
wants
then-
it.
Then maybe we can get it.
Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
so just ask us, because then we maybe post it on the Facebook or even on our site. And then of course you need to have our famous burgers to go with that. But for me, I really enjoy the bread, because I do love
Yeah,
burgers.
the bread is. For
But
me,
you know,
I can
when
eat
it
bread all
gets
day.
soaked with the juiciness of the burgers,
Yeah, that's for sure.
it's good. I really enjoy it. But tell me, 1 star, 3 stars. Which one is the hardest to get?
Yeah, first. There's a question, and that is very good question actually, because to go into 1 star, that means you are into the game,
Yeah.
and you have to have a little bit of luck of everything, to be there on the right time, to have the identity of the food, the identity of the restaurant, the consistency, the team, the service, the sommelier, the menu, the toilet. You have to have everything.
Yeah.
People say no, it's not true. It's not only about food; it's about everything. Then when you become 2 star, you go like it in detail all the times.
Yeah.
And 3 star is the Graal, we said.
Yeah, okay,
It's
yeah.
only, I think, 106 restaurants in the world. I'm not sure. 110 is depending of the year. But to get that, you need a lot of, a big wine cellar. You need to be a very strong, very, it's very hard work.
Yeah, and I've read something also about, because it's also about money, because the restaurant, they need to earn some money, of course, because they have to pay the salaries and the rent, and you invest more time, energy, and money for the 1st star, because then you cannot get
no,
that
it's not
money
the same,
for
no, because when you have
Yeah, I'm just guessing.
No. When you have 1 star, you want 2 star.
Yeah.
And when you have 2 star, you don't want to do the 2 star to go to 1 star.
But if you
So
have 2
always-
stars, you can just solve the menu a little bit, or the prices, because you have 2
Yeah,
stars.
for sure.
If you don't have
It has to
anything,
be like that.
you need. I'm just guessing.
No, but it's like when I got the star at Vindocra.
Yeah.
Let's say I got in February 26, 2015. Before that, I was nothing. I just cook. But I love to cook to my customer. But
But it was good. It was really good.
But the day I got the star, oh my God, it was expectation everywhere.
Yeah.
On the newspaper, on the guide, on the website, everything you do, on the menu, you cannot leave a details, a mistake or nothing. Because now people pay, and we didn't increase the price the first year. So we was the same people, but with a lot of
but you got famous.
a lot of responsibilities.
You don't buy Ronaldo and expect him not to do goals.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
It comes with the price.
yeah, for sure. But
So you are
for me, it was only
Ronaldo.
about passion. It
Yeah.
was not about the star in the beginning.
No. Yeah, but you said that before, that every chef aims for the star.
For sure. But no. I didn't look for them.
No.
Ever if I want
It
them.
came because you were so good.
No, it's about the team.
Yeah.
Team and,
Don't be so honest.
No,
Don't be
really.
so. I'm humble. But tell me, you've been visiting a lot of restaurants,
Yeah.
of course, around the world. Which one has delivered the best meal for you in the star
Oh, I have
world?
3 actually, I gotta
Yeah.
say. One is Paul Bocuse in France, 3
Yeah?
star. He had
Yeah.
3 star for 50 years.
That's just because he's French.
No. I take honestly because you know why? I like heart, cooking. Bjorn Frenzen in Stockholm.
Yeah.
And
Do you know him?
I met.
He's a rock star. He's a rock star.
Yeah.
He's a rock star.
He's only about passion. And then one 2-star in London called the Greenhouse.
Yeah.
Adil, a guy I know also. Now he's in Malta. This is what I remember. You know, a good dinner is when 6 months after you remember what you have eaten.
Yeah.
So if you tell me, oh, I've been there 6 months ago, I'm not going to ask, what did you eat? If you don't remember, that wasn't that good.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. Then you're going to remember some dishes.
Yeah.
And then some.
But if you eat a 13-course dinner,
yeah, exactly.
You mean that you need to remember all 13 dishes?
No, but some dishes, are very important to
Look, we have some questions. It's about the recipe?
Yeah.
Yes, good.
Talk about making the best hamburger buns.
Yeah.
I think, and there's someone that asked if you have any. If Karim would make sausage buns, sausage bread.
Yeah. If there's a difference between sausage bread and burger buns.
No, you have actually sausage. People call French sausage here.
Yeah.
You know, they have this baguette.
Yeah.
So some people do baguette. You can do a brioche, but in France we use pain au lait. We call milk bread actually. It's based only on water, eggs, sugar, yeast, and salt, and that is what you do. We call milk bread, and that is very often in our country we use that.
Okay.
Brioche. The difference between a milk bread and a brioche is that brioche has a lot of butter and egg.
And we love butter.
Yeah, I love butter also. That's the difference. And of course the sugar. But brioche is very heavy. Milk bread is lighter. Actually, milk bread is what you buy here in the supermarket.
Yeah, you can buy that.
Isn't
that also famous in Germany? You buy milk bread also, or they
call
it
pretzel.
Milchbrot?
I don't know. I'm not sure about German. We need to ask them.
But you know, did I hear that you say that you will help us with some recipes?
Yeah.
Yes. Look, that's an applause.
But we did a lot in the website.
Yeah, I know, but not for buns.
No,
we're talking about buns, because it's really important to have. I mean, when you marry, you have two sides. The burgers and the buns.
For sure.
But you know, so you're saying the three. Have you been to? Because I cannot brag about so many famous star Michelin.
It doesn't have to be a star restaurant to be good. So
no. But have you been to? Of course, I've been to El Bulli.
No, I didn't. Actually.
Did you go to FatCow?
Yes, in Brie. Yeah, it's 3 stars.
Because I went there and I really remember actually all the courses, more or less.
This is not what I like to eat actually. Don't get me wrong. It's the same as Alchemist in Schopenhauer.
This is not.
I like Bjorn Frenzen food. You go, you eat, and you eat really good food, good cooking. For me, I don't like the show. For me, I want to prefer about the focus of the food.
Okay, because I really enjoyed the show also.
Okay, yeah, I know that.
It was really good. It was really good. But 13 courses, and it was really, really good.
Alchemist, Copenhagen has 50 courses.
Yeah, I know. And you have 5 different rooms,
exactly,
and it takes 3 days to go through now, but you know.
No, but that is not my things. If I go to a restaurant, for example, if I want to eat, I want to know what I have in my plate.
Yeah.
If I order lamb, this is lamb. If I order beef, this is beef. I don't want to have
So you mean the more the clean taste, you don't want to mess it up. So if you buy, for example, lamb, you want it to taste like lamb. You don't season it too. Yeah. Is that something that you are supposed to see or experience when you go to the star restaurants? Because it's all about the few ingredients, like in Italian, Italian cuisine.
Yes, it's very important for me to have clear taste.
And not too many different tastes. You have them clean.
In the Nordic country, you have a lot of acidities and pickling. I'm not too much into that.
Okay.
Yes.
But then you must enjoy also the Italian food.
I love
the
Italian
cuisine
food.
because that's also really important about the raw materials.
Exactly.
If it's a tomato, it tastes like tomato.
Exactly.
Asian food.
I love
Thank
Asian
you.
food, yes.
We haven't planned this, but now I hear Asian and I think Wagyu. We need to talk a little bit about meat. What is your experience and what do you think about the Wagyu meat?
I have my son 10 years old, he asks me every day for A5. I mean, that's the thing.
And that's really true, because you came in here a couple of weeks ago.
Yes. It was his birthday.
Yeah, he wanted Wagyu. He's 10 years old.
Yes.
So you should start in time, because it's really good.
But
start for the stars.
I mean, the Wagyu you have is amazing. I mean, the people know. You know, and for me, I don't, when I do Wagyu, I eat very rare. Yeah. And you can eat as a tartar,
Yeah.
You know, if you have ribeye,
Yeah.
you just like that,
Yeah.
5 minutes each side, maybe or 3 minutes. It depends. But if I eat that, I only eat that with a salad,
Yeah.
or some fries, and béarnaise with truffle.
Yeah.
You know, just
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
make it too complicated. And especially when you come with this high quality meat,
Yeah.
don't overdo it.
No.
You know.
And don't overcook it as well.
Oh, that's a
Even if maybe you don't like it rare, but you should try to experience it, because you can always put some more heat on it, but you can't reverse it. So you need to taste it
exactly.
like it should taste.
You know, especially this meat, you know, all the taste is in the fat. If you overcook, all the fat is gone, and then you have no taste.
No.
You know, and you want the fat.
Yeah,
You know,
but
and
because
I'm so
otherwise you pay for something that you don't get.
And my son asked me yesterday, "Oh, buy me a piece of ox fillet." Okay, we're gonna take some ox fillet.
Yeah.
And I said, "But you know, Nelson, the ox fillet." He said, "What is the best?" I said, "It's not me deciding. It's you. What do you think is best?" But I better to eat a piece of meat on the bones,
Yeah.
or with fat, than a piece of beef fillet.
You know, now you have some people sharing behind the camera, because we have some different thoughts about beef on bone or beef without bone.
But it's like a fish, eh? You know, fish. It's better to cook fish on the bone. Eh? You get all the salt from the sea, all the fish that was at eating. You know, all this. You know, it's like you eating his roots.
Yeah. And it's also really bit trendy, because it's of course it looks cool also to have a piece of nice beef with the bone on.
Yeah, but for me, this is, you know, it's like a chicken, when you roast a chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, roast in oven with garlic, lemon,
Yeah.
salt, and a lot of butter. And the skin become crispy.
Yeah.
And you know, the best is when you break everything down.
Yeah.
I don't take fillet and put in oven.
No, that's actually, because we can talk about the chicken, because we sell a lot about, we don't sell, but we buy a lot of chicken breast. And for me, it becomes really dry. It's better to have the bones or
exactly, the legs.
the legs,
Yeah,
because
exactly, of
and
course.
so that's
And
the
it's more
same.
fat
That's the
inside,
same
yes,
thought
yes.
about the beef with
But you become
with
to the
bone.
Wagyu, I mean, you have amazing piece here, amazing cut.
Yeah,
Whether you
yeah.
have Australian or Japan,
Yeah.
both of them.
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
course, it's not the same level.
No, but it's really
you know,
good
yeah,
anyway.
Exactly. And
So-
and I did actually once. You give me some burger
Yeah.
beef, very nice on the grill.
Yeah.
It was amazing. You know, it was juicy and don't overcook. You know, I eat rare myself as a French person.
Yeah.
My son, I try to teach him to eat rare. You know, that is the most important.
Yeah.
And then after everybody choose, you know, I remember I had a customer when I had Vindocra in 2012, and he asked me, "Oh, can I have entrecôte 3 with artery?" No problem. I want it well done. I don't think it's a good idea. Please. I don't think it's a good idea. And then he said, "Oh, but I cannot eat it." Of course, you want it well done.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
Yeah,
like a
it,
stick.
it becomes. It doesn't taste like it's
Yeah,
supposed
and
to
also you
taste.
cannot cut.
Yeah.
You know, it's full of nerve, and you know, it was.
But you actually, because we know that you enjoy rare meat, and you really love tartare.
Yeah, tartare. Yeah.
Can you give us some tips and what you should have to the tartare? Because
of course, I mean, we use vactail eggs.
Yeah.
Only the egg yolks, some shallots, a bit Dijon mustard,
Yeah.
olive oil, a bit vitlök.
Yeah.
And you know, some people we use a little bit breadcrumb also inside to make the bite. You know,
hörde jag någon som ville? Did I hear somebody wanting to have the recipes also for the tartare?
Yes.
Maybe I did.
Yes.
I think we have one.
We have one or two.
Yeah.
We have carpaccio and we have one, but I'm not sure it was about Wagyu for. Oh fuck! We have the sign that says we have already talked in 30 minutes, and we are supposed to have this first session 45 minutes. So we just have 15 more minutes. So if you would like to ask some questions, feel free to do that, because, of course, you can email us afterwards, but do it live. Test us. Are you married? No.
Yeah, I'm divorced.
Yeah. Yeah. We need to talk about again why we're doing this.
Yes.
And I will just need to talk.
Yeah, introduce
I will
it.
take
Yeah,
the microphone a couple of seconds. This is Butcher's Talk. På svenska nu. Det här är vårt nya koncept som heter Butcher's Talk. Och det vi gör, det är att komplettera, kan man säga, våra live-shoppingar som ni älskar dem och vi är glada för att ni gör det. Där vi har tävlingar, vi säljer ut bra produkter till schyssta priser, vi har lite lek och skoj. Det här är också lek och skoj, men vi kallar det för Butcher's Talk. Så varannan vecka kommer vi växla mellan det här. Så en gång i månaden så har vi Butchers Talk och sen har vi live shopping en gång i månaden. Och det vi gör, det är att vi tar in personer som den här fantastiska människan Karim, som är då en Star Michelin-guide, eller guide, kock är han, inte guide, som då talar om sitt liv, berättar saker som kanske inte har så mycket med vårat mat egentligen att göra, men vi älskar ju allting som har med kött, mat, tillagning, människors resor. Så det är Butchers Talk. Okay. Again, questions?
Karim, what would be the best meat for when making tartar?
You can use högriv. Me, I use högriv. I like it because it's fat inside. It gives a taste. But some people use flank steak also.
Yeah.
But it's a bit more showy. But for me, I use högriv.
Thank you.
And of course we have, if they don't know it, we have also
can use
vegetarian. We have our own products, but for sure, Helge, because you want the fat also,
exactly.
and you mince it. And do you mince it by knife?
I do by knife. Some people do by machine.
Yeah.
But you know, in France, actually, we eat a lot of you call pan beef in Sweden.
Yeah.
We call steak haché. French people at least eat twice a week steak haché. So you go to the butcher, you take the högriv, put in a machine, and you make like a pan beef for 180 grams. And we eat that all raw or pan fry, or only one side.
Do you think that is something that we could offer our customers?
But you do like the burger.
Yeah, we are the burger,
exactly.
but that's not the same because it's not the same shape and I mean this one. What do you say in France?
Steak haché.
Steak haché.
Yes.
It's bigger. It's 180, 200 grams.
Yeah, it's like that. And we use that. We use that a lot ourselves.
But what do you? Is it just the meat, or
It's
what
just
do
the
you?
meat. We fat.
Yeah, but
Like the högriv.
you don't have any seasoning, salt, pepper.
And
You have
that as a tartar.
so you actually do it as a tart.
Exactly.
That's a really cool,
Yes.
cool thing. So you mean that you put mustard,
In the side,
garlic
yeah, exactly.
inside?
Yeah, and you know when we eat a tartar in France, you have the beef,
Yeah.
and then you have all the condiments.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you don't want to
Yeah.
do yourself.
But this one is already mixed, and you put it on the grill, or you eat it raw.
Some
Could you
people-
just?
Yeah, we do that.
Yeah.
And you know, a very famous sandwich in France. We have half of the baguette, and we have this pan beef, and then when you cook it, you cut in three, you put in the baguette, and then you put salad, tomato, some sauce, French fries, and we eat like that.
What do you call it? It sounds like an American dish.
No. Tourne-d'eau frites.
Tourne-d'eau frites.
It's like beef and fries.
And you put
But
it in a baguette.
Exactly. Google it, you're going to find out. And that is very famous in France. I mean, when I was 14 years old to 25, all the young generation eat that. Until now, if I go to Marseille, I know where to go.
So
I
there's
get
a
what I
special place where they are famous
everywhere.
about this.
No, everywhere.
Yeah, but okay. So again,
All
you
the
have
snacks.
you have your
Baguette.
baguette.
Yeah.
And you open it, and inside you put
Pan beef.
pan beef,
Yeah. Salad.
and then also you have some fries on it,
First, you
and
put
some sauce.
first the dressing.
Okay.
To me, I like Stark harissa. We call it like Tabasco. Let's say like that. Then we put some salad, tomato, onion, pan beef, fries, and then we close it. You know, we eat that the same you eat in gâteau choc.
Yeah.
You know, you have your meatballs,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
for us, we eat like that.
Okay.
And then inside, we can have merguez, like spicy
Oh,
sausage.
I like it. But that's a lamb
Yeah,
sausage.
it's a lamb curve, yeah. You have a different way. We have this chicken skewers
Yeah.
also, you know, and we put
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. This is very classic for us.
So that is something that we will also put on our website on the recipes, because this sounds not French, but
This
it
is
sounds
very
cool.
good in the summer, actually.
Yeah.
And you know, we
Yeah, and we in Sweden we really love the food, finger food that you could eat with your fingers, and this is what you can do.
and you can cook the fries in a beef fat. And
Can you change the fries to something else if you would like to do
some
that?
people doesn't get fries actually. Some
Okay.
people don't want. They want only. Some people wanted to toast it also.
Yeah. Okay.
So you can do without fries and
Yeah.
out salad, and you toast it, and you eat like we call Americano actually that
Okay.
one.
I thought that would be Americano when you put the fries on.
No,
But you
no.
take them away and call it
We
Americano.
call French fries, so you know.
Yeah, I know. Do we have any more questions?
How big is the pan beef for that?
It's you know, it's maybe 2 centimeters high,
Yeah.
and maybe let's say 8, 10. It's like that. It's like a burger things actually.
Yeah, but our burgers are not that. Maybe they're 2 centimeters. For me, a pan beef in Sweden, it's heavier. It's 250 grams, and it's also
And we
higher.
have cappers and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
inside
Yeah.
No, we don't have. It's
But then
plain beef actually.
but I fry it in a pan, and I add a lot of onions to go with it.
Yeah, people do that. Yeah.
I really enjoy that. But and it's really it's big. But I think it could be cool to do that.
This is one of my. You know, when I go to Marseille, I go once a year. I need to eat a good pizza. You know, because Marseille is a lot of immigration from Italy, and we have honestly one of the best pizza in the world is there actually. And then I eat this.
Yeah.
That's the two things I really want to eat.
Okay.
And then.
And we will
beef.
post it on the website because I really enjoy. It sounds like it's really good, and I will try to do it myself. I will make a tartare beef, and I will fry it on the pan and do. And I think it sounds really good.
Yeah, I love that thing. So, you know.
Yeah. Okay, we have maybe a couple of more minutes. Are there any more questions? Are there people that would like to know something else?
No, actually not. There's no question.
Ask the questions.
Kunne du ikke forklare om den nytårsaften og præsenten, eller skulle vi spise nogle gækken, eller skal vi snakke om yndlingskød, eller hvad?
Yeah, we could talk about the butter beef because you have made it together with us, and also maybe we should tease a little bit about something that I've just found out. Maybe we should do another competition if in the near future, because we actually had one competition where a couple of ladies won a really good dinner, and they brought the wine. And you did the cooking,
No,
and
we did.
Yeah,
No,
but
we
you
did.
did the most.
You
and
did
then,
the grill actually.
Yeah, and we came to them
Surprise them.
and surprised them, and they really enjoed
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Very nice. It was actually very
because
nice.
you do.
And
things
we had
like
the
that.
trip on the road and talking about girls.
Shh, my wife is listening.
It was a joke.
Yeah,
It was a joke.
yeah, but it was really fun,
Yeah, it was
and
fun.
they really enjoyed it. And they
Yeah, and we get to know each other because we always talk about work actually.
Yeah.
When I meet Roy, then we talk about
and that was really good because and they enjoyed it, and they were really surprised because even if you don't think so, you're a fucking rock star.
But
You
we went
have
to in Australia in the summer.
yeah.
Beautiful weather,
Yeah,
nice car.
yeah, it was good. And you know they were a little bit maked up, and they were really and you met one of the girl's husband, and he was really into you also, and we talked. He said he would like to divorce his wife. No, but you talked about carpentry and whatever.
Yeah.
He was really good.
Very
But
nice police.
maybe, just maybe, we will do another competition
that.
about like this because it was really good, and they really enjoyed it. So we actually could see that they.
We go to
enjoy.
the home and cook.
Yeah,
together,
yeah.
Yes.
And but check out because maybe we will post it.
Der bliver fokus om, hvor det næste sted, man gerne vil hen og spise. Er der noget nyt? Er der noget opkommende?
Okay. You know, we are in the southern parts of Malmö, southern parts of Skåne in Vellinge. So we operate in the southern parts of Sweden. But maybe could we give some, because you travel, you have your friends in the famous restaurant. Could you give any tips or advice about places to go and visit?
At a restaurant?
Yeah, in a restaurant,
Bloom in the Park. If you want to eat international restaurants. Then if you want to eat French food, maybe Le Gourmet in Malmö. If you want to eat sushi, Okidoki, Italian, Danone Scanner, pizza. You have Noi Pizza, one of the best pizza actually.
They can be recommended. We can highly recommend that. It's a really good pizza.
It's probably the best pizza in South.
And they have actually made a Wagyu pizza also.
Yeah,
we had some collaboration with them. But what do you think about if you widen a little bit in Sweden? If you would like to make a small trip, don't say Français because it's too expensive and you need to wait 5 years for a seat. But do you have any more tips? Or maybe we should go to the other side over the bridge.
I like actually Marshall restaurant, very nice restaurant. It's French, it's very nice product there. Then I want to try one restaurant I never had the chance. It's called Jordnær.
Jordnær?
Yeah,
okay.
It's a 2 Michelin star.
Yeah.
It's one of actually the more trendy and more hip restaurants.
Yeah.
But also a restaurant that I would like to go, it's called Cox. It's in Faroe Island, middle of nowhere. They have 2 Michelin star. one of the seafood best restaurants.
But then you have to buy the ticket, you have to wait for the seat. It's cheaper to go to Turkey.
That is another thing, yeah.
That's
another question.
But it's another country.
No, but you know, I have passion for food and I can travel. I used to go to London every 3 months before COVID with my son and eating only on the best restaurant, actually.
Now, you said that actually to me once because you said it's cheaper to go buy the ticket to Heathrow, 1 overnight stay, go to the restaurant, go back instead of going to some famous restaurant in Sweden.
Exactly. Michelin star restaurant in London, lunch, 3 course, glass of wine, coffee, 400 krona, Swedish.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's also a tip from the chef. Go abroad, but buy the meat. And soon we need to wrap up because we just have a couple of more minutes and then the broadcast will be over. Any more questions? Feel free to ask them. You will receive the famous bun and also sausage bread. And we will also post a nice recipe for tartare. And of course, we need to put a name on the beef tartare that will be like a burger but not a burger. We need to come up with a nice name for that.
Beef
because
à la FatCow.
Yeah, the beef à la FatCow.
But beef à la Lindstrom.
Yeah, but then you need to have the
beef from the FatCow.
Yeah, beef à la.
But we did some carpaccio and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know,
but it's really
last
good.
year, yes.
So, any famous last words? What do you think that is most? No, I will do this. What's the most important thing when you do a really good beef?
I mean, the temperature of the pan and the quality of the beef.
Thank you. Temperature. Use a thermometer. Check the inside temperature because that's
also
for me
the quality of the beef.
Yeah, of course. But you know, you're looking at us, good beef, nice quality, of course. But the temperature,
yeah,
of course.
If if the pan is too cold, it's going to be slimy. Yeah. You know, you need to make the crust of the beef. You know, and then of course when you cook, your rest. You cook your rest. Always 2 times. Think like that. Then the beef is become tender and juicy.
That's a nice tip. And of course, we will wrap it up. This is Karim, khouani, famous Guide Michelin chef. He has a sushi restaurant in Malmö called Okidoki, Danona, Scanner. So if you would like to enjoy some nice food, of course they should visit you. Look for the recipes, and for us, I just say thank you for participating. And hopefully you will be a guest again. If they want to have you here, I will draw you in. Okay. På svenska nu, för det är någon som tycker att jag talar väldigt dålig engelska. Men det här är Butcher's Talk. Det här är ett koncept vi har på TheFatCow som på något sätt ska komplettera våra live-shoppingar. För vi tycker om att göra det live. Saker kan hända. Det kan bli fel. Men det här är inte sälj. Det är inte det handlar om. Det här handlar om att tala med människor som brinner, har passion för mat, dryck, vad det nu må vara. Nu har vi faktiskt en pastry chef som har blivit en stjärnkock. Nästa gång kanske vi har någon som talar om knivslipningar. Sen kanske vi har någon som odlar de bästa kryddorna i världen. Vad vet jag? Givetvis kommer vi ha någon som pratar om vin och så också. Men det här är Butcher's Talk. Vi kommer ha det här 1 gång i månaden. Och det här kommer att finnas kvar på nätet så man kan titta på det i efterhand. Och skriv till oss, ställ frågor. Ni kan alltid ställa frågorna efter att sändningen är slut. Nu har vi bara att säga what? Ja, okej. Det är ju så här också, på svenska igen. Glöm inte att anmäla till vårt nyhetsbrev på vår sajt. För där får man förhandsinformation, man får tips om det här. Man kanske får extra recept, schysstare rabatter, erbjudanden eller nice to know som vi inte i normala fall berättar ut så här. Så nyhetsbrevet, och nu tycker jag vi ger Karim en applåd. Thank you very much for being here. You will probably be a guest again. Yes. Tack ska ni ha det fint. Hej då!